Okay, Wizard.
Here is the final tally.
Let's see. The air struts, wiring. $22,000 for the wiring?
Yeah.
$24,000? $24,000?
Yeah, there's like 100 hours of wiring into that thing.
Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube, and my friend Ed Bullion gives excellent financial advice. He says, among many other things, many things, that the best way to look rich on a budget is to buy cars that makes it look like you won the lottery 15 years ago. And I've certainly done a great job of that because all these cars, well, most of them were a small fraction of what they cost new. Rather than winning the lottery, though, I tend to think of myself as somebody who would qualify to be on MTV Cribs 15 or so years ago, flexing in his driveway with all of his rides. And well, that's sort of the goal that I've set forth in life, and I think I have achieved it. And this Maybach 57 in the driveway is the perfect example of that. I bought this thing actually wrecked. It had a horrible hole in the back from a terrible impact, Wolverine hitting it, a semi something, and I bought it salvage at Copart. And it was a very long journey to fix this Maybach. Took many more months and many more thousands of dollars than I thought it would. But budgets really don't matter anymore in 2021 since I bought this thing in 2020 back when, well, cars were cheap. And I would certainly like to thank Copart for sponsoring today's video and this build series, which is reaching its conclusion on the Maybach. And I'm sure you all have heard of them as they're the largest source of online auctions for salvage and insurance cars. But with over 175,000 vehicles listed at any given time, you can find just about anything on there. So if you're looking for a project, maybe a father-son project for Father's Day, there's clean title cars listed with mechanical issues or light damage offered on Copart, ranging from Ferraris to Fieros, Bentleys, Lamborghinis. Everything's on there. Repairable luxury vehicles, well, like this one, along with Rolls-Royce, or just about any good parts car that you need to help finish off a project. You can search for yourself to see on Copart, and just browsing the listings is pretty entertaining, seeing how they've all crashed or damaged or whatever. But in order to have access to a lot of the features and view live auctions, build a watch list, get alerts when cars are selling, along with actually bidding on the cars, hitting that button, really fun, you need to be a Copart member. And Copart is hooking up Hoovie's Garage fans with 20% off a basic membership by going to copart.com/Hoovies and signing up. That's copart.com/Hoovies, and be sure to hurry because that offer is only valid for a limited time. So support me and my generous sponsors by signing up at copart.com/Hoovies. And if you find something interesting listed on there, since we're finished with this, after you get your membership, of course, that you want me and the Car Wizard to revive, post it in the comment section below. So how far over budget are we on this Maybach? Well, not that bad actually, but I'm not quite sure just yet. I bought it for $22,000, making it the cheapest running and driving Maybach in the USA, with some very obvious body damage back here. I opted for a complete repaint and to make it two-tone. And I know a lot of you don't like the two-tone or the red that I did, but if I just repainted it the same color, it would have looked just like any other old S-Class. What made a Maybach special was when they were two-tone to accentuate the different lines of the Maybach, and I just wanted to do something different with it. Now, I took it to Mako for this paint job, but I had to buy some parts first that came from Latvia, I think it was. And the parts weren't stolen at all. They were legit. This guy breaks up Maybachs in Latvia. He sent me the door and the rear quarter, the glass, a bunch of other parts. That was all about $5,000. In addition, Mako charged me $6,900 to mount this stuff. Actually, the Wizard put the door on, but the rear quarter was put on. The frame was pulled out, the whole car repainted. So we're looking at $12,000 just in body repairs, which is actually very, very reasonable. Is it Concours quality? No, but it is very, very nice. If I was taking this to a normal body shop for that kind of work, it would have been double or triple. So when you look at this car, when we go around in the tour in a little bit, just keep that in mind, that I'm not going to spend $30,000 on a Concours restoration on a 123,000 mile Maybach, which is another issue. 123,000 miles brought some mechanical issues that were existing probably before this thing got into the accident. Yeah, the biggest thing that bit me really hard on this car was the front shocks. They were collapsed. They would fall down within minutes of turning off the car, and both shocks in the front were $4,000 for the set, which is really, really expensive. In addition, I spent another $2,000 of labor to put that on and sort out some other things with the Wizard, so that's another $6,000. So $22,000 plus $18,000 so far in repairs and the bodywork and everything. That puts me at $40,000 into this Maybach, but we're not quite done yet. The Wizard has one more bill up at his shop. $40,000 does sound like a lot, especially since I was thinking I was going to be mid-30s into this Maybach, and maybe 6 months ago, a year ago, that would have been a lot to have into this Maybach. But thanks to the crazy world of 2021, the cheapest Maybach 57 for sale right now is almost $60,000. They've gone up in value that much. And me only having about $40,000 into this car, maybe the car wizard hasn't told me the final bill yet, well, really doesn't seem that bad, even though it is salvage title. I'm going to have to buy new tires, and well, the windshield I'm gonna have to figure out because there is a crack in it. Maybe I'll have it filled in, maybe I'll have it replaced. So another few $1,000s to go from there, and what the wizard bill says. So maybe we're not done yet, but fingers crossed the next wizard bill isn't that bad as we head up there. But first, I'll walk you around the car, show you the new paint job and the bodywork and the interior. It all looks really nice. Yes, the foursome tires are still on there, the worst name of tires ever, and certainly unbefitting of a Maybach, so those do need to come off. But the entire car was repainted. This is the factory silver that the car came with, and this is a Bordeaux red metallic, a Mercedes factory color that I've always liked, and I think it does complement the two-tone aspect of this Maybach really, really well, especially out in the sun. Now keep in mind, this was $7,000 spent in a lot of body work and a complete repaint on a Maybach. It was a value repair, and I think I got much better than a value job on this. They did a very nice job, and I haven't done a final pass on the paint job yet with my detailer. Normally he buffs things out again, and what lingering orange peel and imperfections you see are usually gone. But this door completely replaced. It was a completely different color, I believe gold and tan, something like that. Now it is matching very, very well. You can see the rear quarter was grafted on there quite nicely, and the gaps, well, they aren't that bad. I mean, you look at the other undamaged side, and the gaps definitely aren't perfect here either for comparison. So really a decent job on this car. And yes, the door opens, it closes, it slices, it dices. Well, it doesn't do that anymore. It would have before with the hole in it. Oh, still need to fix that pouch there. But interior wise, it's cleaned up. Everything is working. That's the other thing. After some wires were repaired in the rear here, everything came alive again, and pretty much everything in this car is working. And with the new shocks, it drives really, really well. Once I get some new tires on this car, it should be spot on. Let's complete the walk around quickly before I die of heat stroke or the allergies. That's what's messing up my voice, does me in. But it does look really, really nice, and there are some things that I like about this car way more than my old Phantom. It certainly doesn't make as big of a statement. It looks a lot more like an S-Class, and the Phantom, well, there's no mistaking it for anything else but a Rolls-Royce Phantom, but there are some things that are much, much better with this car, which I'll show you as I drive up. Actually, I need to put all these hoopies away, and then we will drive up. Oh yes, air conditioning and ventilated seats. That's something that my Phantom didn't have. The Phantom was kind of low on technology, and that was okay because it delivered the goods and the comfort. But this car is nice because it does deliver both. It has all the great stuff the S-Class had of the day, and well, just kicks it up a notch for sure. And something this thing has way more than the Phantom is horsepower. The same V12 engine as my old S600 or the CL65 twin turbo V12. It breaks the tires loose. Yes, collision alert, Tundra in front of me. Yes, I know, more technology, obviously. A lot of power in this car, so it is more fun to drive in that sense. And while it doesn't have the presence of my old Phantom, even with the two-tone paint job that I've done, it still feels special. It doesn't feel like an S-Class when you drive this thing. People say these are just glorified S-Classes, but really, it's not. You look over that extra long hood, you see the double M hood ornament as you settle into your cocoon of silence and just relax. This is supposed to be a car that you're going to be driven in. You want to sit in the back, but honestly, this is a great car to drive too if you just want to relax and just enjoy the road like you're enjoying your living room, and the windshield is a TV screen. It's very nice. Even though it's quite old, you can just tell that this was a cost no object build car, and to own it for, well, 15% of its original MSRP is pretty cool. The upkeep is not going to be cool if the struts are any indication of what the future maintenance costs will be, but I mean, you got to pay to play, I suppose. These cars were very expensive new, and the parts aren't going to get cheap just because the car got cheap, unfortunately, but I'm happy. I'm especially happy since I don't have any warning lights either, other than the tire pressure monitor, which I think aftermarket sensors will fix that. No other warning lights, no check engine light, no airbag light. It's all working. It's at the moment, it's all working. The fluids are staying in the car. I did it. I did it. It only took $20,000, but I did it. Wizard!
What's going on?
It works.
It works.
It works. I could kiss you. It works. It runs. It drives. It's beautiful.
99% effective, I told you.
99.9%, yes.
Yes.
There is the trunk that's still kind of funky.
Yes.
It's not going up. Needs an oil change too. It's saying add a quart. We haven't done an oil change yet.
Right.
So there are a few things left to do, but it's done. It's done. Very, very good.
I can show you the springs over there real quick.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Did they come from Latvia?
They came out of a wrecked one of the, I'm not sure from Latvia or not. Here's the broken one that was in there.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to go ahead and put 2 new ones.
Well, did you just steal those from a kid's trampoline set?
No. It's actually from the older Maybach.
Huh.
What would be the model before this?
The 140?
Yes.
Okay.
But they use the same springs.
All right. Interesting. Yeah, that looks like trampoline springs.
Basically.
But when we spoke earlier today, you were saying like everything else is done up here.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, not that.
No, not that.
And not that.
No, that's waiting on Permatunes.
And not that. That's quite dead.
That's dead.
But this is done.
Yes. We're waiting on a mirror, and that's it.
Glue a mirror in, and well, that's not mine anymore. But the blue thing behind it,
It is done.
the Corvette's done.
It's done.
My 66 427 Corvette had a gauge that was a liar. Said it was overheating when it wasn't, but still the fan was weeble wobbling. Brake caliper exploded. How's it looking? My new fan. Very pretty.
Yes. It fits in the original factory fan shroud. I did this actually to Euro-Asian Bob's Corvette.
Urination Bob's Corvette.
Yes.
So it's just the same thing.
Yes.
Awesome.
It works very well. And also put a new gauge in, and it's reading like 190, 200 all the time. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I have brakes that aren't going to kill me.
Yes, all your calipers, hoses, everything has been replaced, even pads.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that's not mine either, surprisingly. I mean, though it's a mineral oil car, so it's always going to be here. Some other customer you have. White Mercedes, my CL class outside is fixed.
It is done.
So I have options. I guess I'll leave the Maybach. I've enjoyed it for about a week, but I'll leave it with you for the oil change and the springs. And I guess I'll take this home, if you don't mind.
I got a bill on the Maybach though.
Oh, that's right. You do have the final bill, the final tally, because right now I'm about $40,000 into it.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, we got the bill up there for you to take care of.
Cool. Actually, as we walk towards the bill wizard, I'm still debating what to do on this. And my friend Leonard, who's a big Porsche guy, said that we need to take the valve cover off to see if there's head bolt fragments in there.
Okay, see if it's been shattered or whatever. Broken.
If it breaks, then that would cause the zero compression, and you can kind of get away with, well, not a full rebuild, but just fixing that, basically. You still have to take the engine apart, obviously.
Right.
But that may be the way to go. Something to check.
If that's the case, then we'll see where we go from there.
I'm procrastinating because the final bill, I don't really want to know. You did a lot of work.
Yeah, we did a lot to that car.
Okay, wizard.
Here is the final tally.
Let's see. The air struts, wiring. $22,000 for the wiring?
Yeah.
$24,000? $24,000?
Yeah, there's like 100 hours of wiring into that thing.
Now, I knew it got sliced really bad, but there's not 100 hours of... What?
No, that's not the real bill.
Wizard.
There you
Wizard.
go. Is that much better?
You wanted me to faint for real. Goodness. Okay, 1,052. Okay, that's more like it. Yes, the wiring repairs were $480. Okay, instead of $20,000.
And you already paid for the struts in the past.
Yes, I did. All right, Wizard.
Did your blood pressure go up?
Yes. Okay, so I'm $41,000 into my book, not $60,000, $65,000 into my book.
Yes.
That's much better. Okay, I can stomach that. I'm happy. I like that car.
I was hoping you wouldn't catch it and I could just swipe away. And...
I would have caught it. I would have said, keep it. You could have the car pretty much at that point. But I do really like the car. I'm happy with the outcome. It's a Maybach. I finished it.
Well, I paid everybody to finish it, but I finished it. It's done.
It's a running, driving car again.
Yes, achievement unlocked. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to Hoovie's Garage. Voice changer. Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube. And my friend and come on, Tyler. Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube. And my friend. Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube. And my friend Ed Bullion gives excellent financial advice. Can't talk.